Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy New Year. BDL44 coming at you in another video. We got about 3 hours left in the West Coast before it's a new year, but I'm sure you East Coasters, by the time you see this, it'll be 25. So happy New Year to y'all. Oh, man, everybody across the country and the world, happy New Year. Not so happy for the Lakers, though. We in 2024 about the way we expected to going into a game with the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are just flat out the best team in basketball right now, 122-110. And they go on to be 29-4. We go on to be 18-14. And I don't know if this is a good measuring stick for where we're at or what we can expect, because Cleveland is so damn better than everybody else. So it's almost like even if you had it all together, you probably still lose this game to this team. That's how good Cleveland is right now. They shot extremely well from behind the arc as usual. 18 of 46 for 39%. That's not extremely well, but getting 18 makes off 46 attempts, that really will get it done. We only had 9 makes, 35 attempts, 25%, so that definitely did not work for us. From the field, we were 44%, 42 of 95. They were 45 of 93 for 48%. So they just shot better all the way around. They won on the boards, 48-43, 10 offensive rebounds for them, 8 for us. They had more assists, 32-26. 5 steals for them, 7 steals for us. We like how we stole the ball. 8 blocks for them, 3 blocks for us, so that wasn't going to cut it. They had 11 turnovers to our 9, so we definitely liked that we only turned the ball over 9 times. That's not bad. And they conceded 21 points off of turnovers, so we really appreciated that. We only conceded 10, so that's where we really had our best attribute for our evening. But ultimately, the Cleveland Cavaliers just shot the heck out of that ball from behind the arc, and we couldn't keep up. We really couldn't, man. Evan Mobley had 20 points, 6 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist. Jared Allen had 27 points, 14 boards, 3 blocks, and a steal. He was fantastic. He always is against us. Darius Garland, 14 points, 14 assists, 1 block, 1 steal. How beautiful it is to have a facilitator out there. 5 of 16 from the field, 2 of 8 from behind the arc. So he didn't shoot well, but the facilitating just made everybody better. Donovan Mitchell had 26 points, 4 assists. 8 of 20 from the field, 6 of 13 from behind the arc. So he shot the crap out of that ball. I didn't know he was shooting that well, but it's Donovan Mitchell, man. He looked great out there as usual. George Niang had 9 points off the bench. Caris LeVert has 3 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Ty Jerome had 5 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Max Strus shot the ball very well. 4 of 8 from behind the arc, 5 of 9 from the field, 15 points, 4 assists, 2 blocks. And that was how the production was for the Cavs. For the Los Angeles Lakers, we had a really great Austin Reeves game, man. 35 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds. He almost had that final rebound at the end, but they just kind of skipped it away from him, so he wasn't able to get his triple-double. But that ties his career high for points, so he definitely looked good. 4 turnovers, we don't love it, but 12 of 13 from the free throw line, 1 of 4 from behind the arc, 11 of 20 from the field. So I like that he was able to get 10 assists. He understood the assignment for him from here on out. It has to be big assists. LeBron James, 23 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. It looked like he was going to make a push down the stretch. He had a really spectacular play on a transition where the ball was thrown ahead, and he caught it from the left side and in one swift motion hit a 3-point shot to cut it to 3. That was pretty cool. And I thought he was very aggressive using his body and did some good things. 7 assists is what he ended up with. He's going to have to understand he's a facilitator for this basketball team. We don't have anybody else who's going to do it. He has to do it. Him and Austin Reeves have to make other people better, or they're not going to be any good. And that is my biggest concern about this team now. We have this wonderful Dorian Finney-Smith piece that everybody thinks is a savior, but you let go of the player who's making people better, and you didn't replace him. So now your offense is stagnant. That's what it is, and it's hard for me to watch. It's hard. Like, for me, I really have a problem with this. And going to until we get that facilitator. So I really hope the Lakers do that. If we don't, man, it's going to suck for the rest of the season to watch them play basketball. Anthony Davis, I thought, had a pretty good game. 28 points, 2 blocks, 3 steals, 4 assists. 13 rebounds. I thought he was really good. 12 of 23 from the field, 2 of 4 from behind the arc. He's also going to have to up his assist total. Rui Hachimura, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, and a minus 17. 3 of 10 from the field, 0 of 3 from behind the arc. He was putrid. He was absolutely awful tonight. Max Christie, 5 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 1 rebound, 1 of 5 from the 3. We really needed those threes to fall. I normally don't like judging him by his point total, but at the end of the day, we just need more scoring now that we moved on from D'Angelo Russell. And so that it's going to be on him to really step it up. And he had been scoring more as of late, and he just didn't have a good scoring night tonight. And I wonder how much that contributes to the fact that Russell ain't there to get him the ball. Dorian Finney-Smith had 2 points, 2 assists, +7 from the plus minus in 20 minutes of play. He didn't really know what he was doing down there. I'm not mad at him. The production was underwhelming, but I think the most important thing for him is to just kind of get some practices under his belt, know where he needs to be. Same thing with Shake Milton. The second half wasn't as great as the first. 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 or 4 from behind the arc. The 2 misses were ugly, but he did hit 2 of them. So, once guys get some practices under their belt, give them about 10, 12 games. They'll know where they need to be. They'll know what they need to do. And that's when you start judging guys. But as of right now, first game against the best team in the league, I'm not mad at our new guys. And I didn't expect them to do things that D'Angelo did. So, they had 2 assists between the 2 of them, and that's exactly what I expect. Our bench didn't score very much. Dalton Knecht was putrid. 2 of 8 from the field, 0 of 5 from behind the arc, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 points. That's not going to cut it. I need better production from Dalton Knecht. But he's a recipient of passes. And who's getting him the ball? You tell me. Cam Reddish, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, no points, 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from behind the arc. I don't like to judge him on his scoring, but again, we don't have that piece that's going to score now. Gabe Vincent was also out. We didn't go to Jackson Hayes. We don't have the production that we had, and D'Lo ain't there to give you his little 15 points, 5 assists, 6 assists, 7 assists, and you don't know how. Well, I don't want to speak to everybody who may know, but I'm trying to drill it in everybody's head that is a very important thing. Those 6, 7 assists, 14 assists, 10 assists, whatever he would get in the assist department would really genuinely help people like Rui and Dalton and Max get their looks. And you remove that piece, and people are talking about, oh, we got to get a big. Nah, you have a bigger problem. And that problem is you don't have anybody getting people the ball. You're asking LeBron to do that. He is a scorer. The idea that he's some type of great facilitator has always been a facade. He can pass, but he's not a passer. He was gifted with the ability to pass, but he never thought, let me get people the ball. Let me make sure people get in their looks. That's not how his game works. Austin is doing it, but he too is like Bron, looking for his own. He'll get guys the ball, but in the course of trying to find his own. Who is looking to help someone else receive the ball? And if the answer is nobody, you're going to lose a lot more than you did before this trade was made. I'm telling y'all, I know exactly what I'm talking about, and this is the concern that I had. Although Cleveland is not the greatest measuring stick for anything, because they probably going to beat you whether you had that play or not. Judging by how they played basketball tonight, they so special. I mean, damn, I'll be very surprised if they don't come out of the East at this point. I'm sorry, Boston. Cleveland looked better than you to me. And I know you beat the hell out of somebody tonight by like 50 points, but I'm telling you, Cleveland looks more dominant to me this year than Boston looked to me last year. And I know it's a lot of basketball left to play. We're not even fully halfway through the season, but Cleveland looks like the best team in the East. Easily. And I'm saying that with a whole lot of confidence. The way that ball moved around out there, the way them role players shoot that ball, you know what I'm saying? The way them stars looked out there, the way the bigs play, I mean, they look like a championship level club, man. Only thing I think is knocking him off a championship glory is probably OKC Thunder. Or losing to the Boston Celtics, which no one should have any shame in if they lose in the playoffs. But this is the cream of the crop right now. They're the best team in the league today, in my opinion. So, with that being said, some of the problems that I think are going to start popping up are problems that we saw at the beginning stages of today. When you only get 12 points out of your bench, 2 from Dorian, 6 from Shake Milton, 4 from Dalton Knecht. That was all we got from our bench. And 3 assists off the bench? 1 to Dalton, 2 for Dorian. Stagnation. We went from Laker Nation to stagnation, ladies and gentlemen. That's who we are. Stagnation. Because this roster does not have any facilitators on it outside of Austin and LeBron, who I could argue are secondary and tertiary passers. It's not their primary thing. It's not what they are put on this earth to do. I don't care what nobody say. LeBron is not Magic Johnson. He's not Chris Paul. He's none of that. He's not that player, and that's why you need those guys. You know? And we've given away all of our facilitators. Anybody that would be accused of being a facilitator is now off of this basketball club. And I just think a lot of people, their basketball IQ don't allow them to understand that that's a big problem. I'm hearing it all over the internet. Oh, no, the Lakers need to trade Jalen Hood-Schifino for Walker Kessler. Like, no, Walker Kessler is not the answer anymore. You really need Lonzo Ball, somebody who's going to pass the ball. Josh Giddey. You need somebody like that. More than you need a big, ladies and gentlemen. You need that piece. If you don't, you're not going to beat too many teams, man. You're going to see how scary it gets for us when you have all these players that are looking for opportunities to score the ball and nobody's going to be getting them the ball to do it. You got people who are trying to create for themselves who are not good at that. Guys who can't really trying to ball handle to get themselves out of situations that ultimately they wouldn't be in if they had somebody to just give them a good bounce pass or two. So tonight it was a problem, and it's going to be a problem until we get that piece. And I'm going to, better go get it. Who else is somebody that can really help you with that? Markelle Fultz, you better go get that, please, man. Or, as I've been saying, call up Jalen Hood-Schifino. Call off the dogs in regards to trading this kid because you need him. No, you don't want to trade him for a center. You literally need him. And I've been trying to stress that on this phone to anybody who follows me for the last 48 hours since we made the trade. You not bringing us back a facilitator is a death blow to this offense and ultimately a death blow to the upside of this basketball team. You can't, I don't give a crap how many switchable players you got, how many lengthy stilts, all this, that, and the third you got. You're going to come down on the offensive end and you're going to have people who can't create for themselves, trying to create for themselves, and other people getting cold watching them stumble over themselves, trying to figure themselves out. You need a connective piece to get the ball to all of those people, so that everybody can feel like they're in rhythm and everybody can be active and aggressive and all of the stuff that trickles down from people feeling like they're getting the ball in their hands. When you have people who don't facilitate looking for themselves, it is a nightmare for the continuity of your basketball club. A nightmare. And that is exactly what we've created with this trade, man. It is a death blow to the upside of this basketball team. I don't give a crap about no length, none of that crap. If the players on the basketball floor are standing around watching someone who can't create for themselves, only to say, you know what, it's my turn. I'm going to take this on my terms because that person didn't get me the ball in the last two possessions, and they make the same mistake that person did, and then there's a third person who's doing that. I've seen this movie a million times. When you don't have that facilitator, your team sucks. You know why the New Orleans Pelicans weren't any good before they made the trade to get DeJounte Murray? It's because they had that problem. That was the problem the Pelicans have had for the last couple years. Didn't have a natural facilitator in but one or two places. This is the problem the Lakers have. You got a bunch of players out there who do not facilitate. Shake Milton don't facilitate. Gabe Vincent don't facilitate. Jackson can do it a little bit, but he's a center who's a role player. Dalton don't facilitate. Dorian don't facilitate. Max definitely don't facilitate. Rui Hachimura ain't never seen a pass he likes. Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves are the only people who are going to be passing on this club. Bronny James doesn't facilitate, although he is doing so in the G League. He is. But like Jalen Hood-Schifino is officially a need for this basketball club. And I feel like I'm the only person that truly understands this. If we don't start utilizing that player for his assist ability, we're going to crash and burn, man. I'm telling y'all, please hear me. It's going to get ugly around this place. And if you trade him away for a center, then you're going to be locked into that space where you only have two facilitators, and all hell will break loose from there. Especially with the mindset of this basketball team and how they teeter from here to there. A couple losses send them down spiraling, bro. I know what I'm talking about. You better get that facilitator, Rob. It's far more dire than the crap that people are talking about. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Their basketball IQ ain't where it need to be. A lot of them, a whole lot of them. Mine is, you better get that piece. So, that's what I have to say, man. It ain't too much more than that. Cleveland Cavaliers are so much better than everybody, including us. It's not worth talking about. The way they play basketball was absolutely gorgeous. The way they moved the basketball from side to side, up and down, the activity of their centers, the defensive side, the way they close out, they play with a certain sense of urgency that you don't see anywhere else in the league right now. A sense of urgency. They care about every possession. They care about every play on both sides of the floor. It is absolutely the best Cleveland Cavalier team that I've seen since LeBron James left that place. And this team was better than some of his teams. I'm being real with you. They're better. So that's really what I have to say, man. That's the end of 2024. Y'all got the trade y'all wanted, but we really need that facilitator, bro. And I'm telling y'all, this was not impressive to me. You had 3 players in double figures at 28 points for AD, 23 points for LeBron, and 35 points for Austin Reeves. After that, nobody scored over 7 points, bro. So I don't know what the Lakers' answer is going to be, but I know what they need to do. They need to get that facilitator out there right the hell now. Right the hell now, man. Do not wait. I've never been more urgent about anything in regards to speaking about this team. Do not run this roster out here too many more times without that facilitator available to help Austin and LeBron with that. Because they're not natural at that. I don't care how good they are at it. That's not their primary thing. They need that. This unit needs that, man. So that's pretty much what I got to say. This ain't no long video, man. I'm clear on what I just saw. The best team in basketball ran through us, and we're stagnant as I expected us to be. You needed D'Angelo Russell to make plays for other people. You don't have that. Now your team doesn't have an engine. It doesn't have an engine. And the only people that are going to be able to score on this team are the people who are good at creating for themselves. That's about it, man. BDL 44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.